Houston Texans.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Yellow, blue. Check, 48's the mark. Cover.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for
but instead, third down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They run it with Ballage, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ballage. And he stopped immediately there.
Ballage, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Peters. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd down.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. after the delay. They're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Love. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Oh, some strong running. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Love, they go play action now. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking.
On 3rd down, Love. He finds Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Love looking to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Love's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Off the play fake, Love. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Love from the gun. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 29, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
Second and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Mike, 48.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Jackson on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 times.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Texans 21, Ravens nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Flushed out right. And Robinson with a big catch. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This time Jackson will throw it. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start on the ground with Balazs. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Love to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Play action this time with Love. Airing it out deep for Smith. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it different.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
He's checking, he's checking, he's...
Following the interception, Love. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Championships, baby. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Mike Olsen. Yellow, go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, I'm coming, I'm ready.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans add on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Out to the left here to Reed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 35 on second down, Jackson flushed out right. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Makes the score.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. Escaping the pressure right, and this is going to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd down, Love once more. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Come to me, it's me.
On 3rd down, Love. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Love, they go play action now. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Play fake. Here's Love. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
On the throwaway. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Love. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
For Kiki QT. Sets up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, it's Love. Over the middle to Smith. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.